Hey, thanks for joining me for part 3 of my Overwatch characters introductions, and we are now on to Winston, the peanut butter loving, I was going to say monkey. Do not say monkey, he is not a monkey, he is a gorilla. Now let's start him up.
Imagination is the essence of discovery.
Now again, Winston is pretty cool, and he's one of my favourite characters, and he's on a smart little Tesla cannon. I say little, it's not bloody huge, look at it. Now,
This will protect us.
Should have done that, but never mind. Pretend you didn't see that. So the Tesla gun is, as it says here, an electric frontal cone weapon. So I can hit him, or I can hit him, or I can hit them both. Now, as you can see, it doesn't do a huge amount of damage, but what you're really trying to do with Winston is kind of get in there to do lots of damage in an area. You're not possibly. I mean, I've seen players do really well with Winston, and they get a lot of kills with him. I tend not to get so many kills with him, but I'm tend to get in there to do the disruption, and just generally cause havoc, which is also a lot about what Winston's ultimate is about. But we'll get to that in a bit. Now we've also got a barrier projector, which is what I used a second ago by mistake. Now let's come down here to give an example of that. So the barrier projector, very similar to Reinhardt's shield, but it only lasts a short period of time, and it is an area effect. It is actually a sphere, but we can't see half of it because it's below the ground. And it will block damage coming into the sphere by any target or any enemy that is outside it. Now, if I put it down here, for example, now the enemy targets are inside the sphere, and they can't shoot out. Now, if I was inside that sphere with the enemy, they can shoot me with no penalty whatsoever. So for enemy players, it is a penalty to shoot in and shoot out of the sphere. But I say it's very short-lived. You can see the dome has like a crack appearance to it when it starts to fail from damage. So again, very much like Reinhardt's shield. Next ability is a jump pack ability. This allows you to jump into the air, and when you land on an enemy target, you do damage. Now obviously this robot was further away, he took less damage. This robot was a bit closer, he took a bit more damage. So if you could target that right and get a good clean...
Excuse me for dropping in.
You can see you can do a fair amount of damage when you actually land on the target. You'd be using this to get nice and close, and then hitting them with your ability, your primary attack to try and finish them off or do some more damage. Now you can also use this to get a bit of height if you're accurate with it. So you can use it to increase your mobility, and this works with your Primal Rage ultimate ability as well. So this is actually pretty smart. Now, when we pop this ability, we will rage. Literally, we rage. You go red, and everything is really smart. But you lose the ability to fire your gun, which obviously is very short range, as you can see there. But you can still jump, and you swing wildly with your arms, and you knock back the enemy. So let's pop the ultimate in now. So you can see, knocking enemies around. And there we go, we're over. So basically it has a really good knockback on it, and you can send enemies sailing. It's great for some levels where there is an edge that you can throw them off to. I'm thinking maybe Ilios and what's that other level? Definitely Ilios anyway. There's another level. I can't think of the map name at the moment, but anyway, that's got a anywhere that's got a ledge, especially near the point, as that ability is fantastic for clearing the point. You get into the point, or even on the payload, and you start swinging wildly. You're knocking back the enemy. They're coming off the point. They're coming off the payload, and they're basically getting thrown all over the place. And hopefully, as I say, you knock them off the map and you get an environmental kill on them, which is perfect. That's exactly what you want. So bearing that in mind, you're looking at taking out characters that want to be close to you. Will well, actually, no. Let me think about this. So yeah, let's go with the weaknesses first, because I've got a better idea about those than I have with the with who you're strong against with Winston. So you want to watch out for Mei. Mei wants to be close to you. Mei wants to freeze you, and Mei can cause you some serious disruptions to your ultimate ability. If you're not swinging at her and knocking her about, she's going to be freezing you, which is going to reduce your effective time with your ultimate. And that is a big issue for you. You want to be watching out for Reaper. You are a big target, and Reaper will churn through you with his shotguns at very, very close range. You also want to be watching out for McCree, because McCree is going to flashbang and stun you. So if you're raging with your ultimate again, you're going to get stunned, and again you're going to lose more time due to not being able to move. So you also probably want to watch out for Junkrat's traps and his mine as well. I mean, himself is not too much of a trouble. It's more his abilities that are going to slow you down or knock you about a bit yourself, and disrupt your ultimate ability. But characters that you're strong against, you're probably looking at targets that don't want to be near you. Wow, so probably thinking, let's see, Genji's probably a good example, because Genji can't reflect your ability, so you're going to be piling on the damage and he's not going to be able to do much against you. So you're probably pretty effective against him. You are going to be effective if you can get close enough to a Widowmaker or a Hanzo. Obviously they're snipers, they want to keep you at range. You've got your jump ability to give you that height to get to them and to close that distance, and if you're up close you're going to be doing a lot of damage to those. Trace is going to be a slight problem for you, because she's going to be running around all over the place. Going to be hard for you to hit. Who else can I think that you're going to be effective against damage wise? You probably want to watch out for Farah. There's quite a few characters I think Winston's not too great against, actually now I've started reading off names. Again, you're going to be strong against any healers. Lucio may be a problem for you because he's going to be swanning around all over the place like he does, but people like Mercy and Symmetra are going to be at your mercy, boom, and you're going to be able to rack up some serious damage against them. Yeah, so that's it I think for Winston really. I like Winston, I think he's fun to play, and I'll be honest, I'm not very good with him, but we'll see how we do in the next section with an actual live game. So here we go, one Winston match coming up.
Get off my lawn. Sorry about that.
5, 4, 3.
So we're looking at making a charge from the left rather than coming straight out the front as usual, but this is a difficult map. This choke point is going to be a real problem, and the team that we're actually against in this match is a very good team, and they've got two Zarayas, or Zariyas, I don't know how to pronounce it, and they are both very good using them, and you'll probably see them stacking their shields on each other. I almost die, so I quickly back off, walk into the shop, and actually, I've never kind of gone through the shop that way before, so I pick up the heal, because I knew it was there, and then I get back into the match trying to do some damage again. I quite like the fact that there was a little ding-dong as you walk in the shop. It's just one of those little things, nice little touches. That's quite cool. So there you go, there's an example. Zora's shield was up, and then as it dropped, she brought up another one. So I didn't do any damage to it at first, and then tried to get some damage in whilst I could, and then it was already too late by that point, so I'm trying not to damage them when their shields are up, and I'm just backing up again. Mercy's keeping up with the heals. So I decided to take the alternate route, go through the side, grab the heal on my way through, and just tried to be a bit disruptive from the rear really. If we can get them to come away from that door because they think things are going wrong, then it kind of works for us. So I pop my ultimate, I've got myself one kill, I'm going for, or a couple of kills already, I'm going for trying to go for the Zarya kill again. Things are not working out too well for me at that point. One of them dropped her ultimate, and Mercy was fortunately there to save us, drops straight back in. I drop down my shield again, trying to take out their Mercy. I think I managed it before she rezzed anybody, but I'm not too sure. I think she did actually get the res off. So things are looking pretty messy. My health's not too good. I try to back off, but unfortunately Reaper manages to finish me off. Unfortunately, we just didn't really have the staying power there to keep going. So let's begin the slow walk back. At least we've now pulled them away from the choke point, which is good because we're now fighting on the point. And we should be getting back in there now. Oh, well, it was like maybe I'm slightly wrong there. I unfortunately missed the jump through the little hole at the top, and they've actually managed to recover back to the choke point. We're always halfway on the capture for the actual point itself. It's not too bad. Bloody tree gets in the way of my next jump, so again I've messed up my attack again. I'm taking an awful lot of damage at the moment, so I need to kind of back off and hide just a little bit. They're still blocking the choke point. I'm just going to do a bit of damage because my health's up, so I'm feeling a little bit brave. My ultimate's now ready. So in we go. We're going to try and make a charge on the choke point. Take out sentries, trying to take out Mercy, but it just wasn't for the taking. And Torbjorn there actually polishing me off with his attack rather than his sentry. I did pop his molten core though, but you know, that's quite surprising in itself. The enemy team's feeling a bit brave now. They're actually coming out of the capture point area and they're attacking us. I'm not sure that's how it's supposed to work. So I decided to chase down Reaper and kill him whilst I get the chance, but don't manage to finish him off.
60 seconds remaining.
In we go again. I'm trying to get on that Mercy. Pop my shield, but unfortunately pop it too late. She was inside my shield, that's why she was able to finish me off.
Once more into the breach.
So it's not going too well for us really so far in this game.
Hello there.
I think I've been using Winston's abilities as best as I can, but yeah, these are what they are. Again, trying to take out Zarya, but they've got so much health that it's just pretty crazy. Torbjorn's come out. They're just doing such a good job playing these Zaryas, and especially with Mercy as well. So I try to get back onto Mercy. Try to let rip with ultimate. Get into the spawn and capture point, and then kind of screw up and use my jump and manage to jump myself straight out the back of the capture point, which was a little bit stupid to be fair. And that's the end of the game. Unfortunately we didn't win, but you know, it is what it is. Can't win them all. Let's see who gets player of the game. Yeah, pretty cool. Got a player of the game as Winston.